Hello, Facebook family. And how are we today? It is Sunday. It is the 3rd of December 2017, and it is currently 3 o'clock p.m. in the UK. And I am going to be doing a little bit of insight, help, and advice. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Sherry. So just waiting for a few people to jump on even. And then we're going to have a little chat. Hi, Martin. Oh, hi, Katie. So basically what we're going to do, hi, Adam. Say hello. Tell me where you're from. Are we UK? Are we Canada? Are we US? Probably a bit early in the US, isn't it? Probably haven't got out of bed yet on the US on a Sunday. So I'm going to be doing some little free readings for you. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Sandra. See who else is on here. So, hi, darling. So yes, it's a super moon today. It's going to be really full at its fullest in about an hour. And then it's going to be very full all over the night. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK here. You're up early, mate. Sandra's in America. Yeah, the super moon brings all sorts of emotions up to the surface. So we are probably feeling, hi, Jilly. We are probably feeling very insecure, very anxious. Hi, Karen. We might be feeling a bit jittery, and we might be putting this down to all sorts of other things from the US, but soon to be in the UK. Oh, okay, Adam. Well, you're moving to the UK, or are you just going on holiday to the UK? Hello, my darling Jilly. How are you today? Always up early. Are you an early riser, you sweetheart? Sandra's saying she's always up early. She's Florida-ish. Yeah, this sort of side of America. So you're about 5 hours behind. And it's California is about 8 hours behind. Hi, Caroline. So put some comments on, how are you feeling today, super moon day, okay? Because I want to focus today's little readings on the super moon and on Mercury going retrograde, which is also today. So rather than, I know when I jump on and do some free little readings for you guys, it's usually just general, but I want to be a little bit more specific today because this is very intense energy. So can you hear me all right, by the way? Because I haven't got my mic on and I have turned up the microphone on the computer, but can you let me know? Is it a bit quiet? Is it just, could it do with going up a little bit? Adam's saying, moving for good. My wife is from the UK. Well, congratulations, coming to the UK, and I'm sure you're going to be really happy here, Adam. Big change from the US, but obviously right for you. So Sandra's saying yes. Yes, great audio. Thank you. Hi, Laurie. So the audio is okay. Good, good. Because last time I was doing this, I had to use the mic, but I figured out, I think, how to turn it up. So because I'm on my my Apple, my iMac. So good. A little Archie. Archie? What does Archie mean, Debbie? Deborah Dubois Tucker. Feeling good. Small, abrupt moments of irritation. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the super moon, and then we'll see who needs a bit of help with it. So generally the full moon, moons are all about emotions. They bring up our emotions. They're also about manifesting and letting go of. So bringing stuff in and getting rid of stuff. So they're really helpful. Now, we can kind of go, oh, well, you know, this is astrology we're talking about. Well, yes and no. You know, the moon regulates the tides and the oceans across this globe. This planet is 71.3% water. And did you know that as human beings, also 71.3% water? Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, if the moon can move the tides of the oceans, then it can move the water within us too. Okay, now emotions are moved through water. It's like the transmuter, it's the electrical current that moves our emotions, the water. So When the moon is full, just the same as it does with the tides, it makes the tides full. It brings our water up to the surface, making our tides full, making our emotions full. Does this make sense? Hi, Slim. So what is happening is that when the moon is full, all of our emotions are coming up to the surface. Looking forward to this new moon, exciting times coming forward. They are, Melinda, you're absolutely right. So this is a full moon. New moons then are in 2 weeks' time. We have the full moon, and 2 weeks later we have the new moon. So the full moon is all about our emotions coming up to the surface so that we can release them if they're not serving us, right? Because what we do is, we're really good at this, we push them down, we suppress them. Hi, Nina. So we push down our emotions and we try and ignore them and distract ourselves and get on with other things. But when the emotions are really full, we can't ignore them. They're really in our face. They're right here, and they're saying, notice me, deal with me, stop avoiding me. So when the moon is full, we're a bit more cranky, moody, reactive, sensitive. It affects our sleep. It affects our temperature. We can get hotter at night, finding it more difficult to sleep, all sorts of things. So that's the full moon energy. And when we have a super moon, and we've had 3 this year, and this is the largest one that we've got today, and it's in about, what time is it now? 3:10. It's in 50 minutes is when it's at its fullest. So the super moon means that the moon goes around the Earth, but it's on an orbit. Okay, so the orbit isn't like even. So what happens when it is moving around? There is a point when it gets very, very close to the Earth, and depending on the orbit that year, it will be closer or further away. So a super moon is when it's come right into the orbit of the Earth, really close to the Earth. And this is the closest of this year, so it's the biggest super moon, if you like. Okay, so that's meaning, Nina's saying, I felt emotional on and off. Yeah, me too, darling, lots of us are. So what's happening when we're in this super moon energy is that all our emotions are really up there. Now this can be good ones too. We can feel really excited, super happy. It's not just about the negative ones. And if we're feeling super happy, Adam's saying, I did a solar meditation this morning to balance the lunar and Mercury influence. Seems to be working great. Oh, you smart ass. Well done, mate. That's fantastic. I did a similar thing last night. So yeah, the super moon is, we can do these meditations to help balance the energy off. And that really helps. Okay, but we want to be aware of what those emotions are. So when we're feeling, oh, Melinda's saying she's ruled by the moon Cancerian. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you will be. Some will feel it more than others. So we'll all feel it to a certain extent. But when we're feeling that moon, that super moon, we're feeling all those emotions. So it's really going into it and saying, do I feel really super excited, super happy, really great? And if you do, fab. Really enjoy it, own it, and go, oh my God, life is fantastic. I'm so happy to be alive. Fantastic. Now, I feel like that, but I also feel a sense of anxiousness, a sense of tension, a sense of, oh, a little bit jittery, what's going on there? So we dive into it, we can kind of feel what that's about, some insecurities, some shifting forward. We can go into it and feel it and own it. When we own it, it's nowhere near as scary. It's nowhere near as scary or as uncomfortable. So that's what we want to do. Slim is saying, as surprising as it sounds, has been going through real tough time lately today. I feel so happy today, but can't put my finger on it. But now I know. Thank you. You're welcome. I just posted up about an hour ago the weekly messages for this week. That's on this page and on my online page as well. And those messages blew me away. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, it's all like shifting this week. You've got to look at those messages. It's pretty intense, but good, really exciting. And I feel excited too. And I kind of totally get what Slim is saying here, that although we're feeling the super moon energy, it's feeling emotional, but it's also feeling exciting, because what's happening is there's a big shift. All right, today is also going into Mercury retrograde. So Mercury goes retrograde every 3 months for 3 weeks. And if you're Mercury led, like I am, I'm a Virgo, or a Gemini is Mercury led too, or wherever you have your moon or your rising sign will also feel the Mercury retrograde even more as well. And what happens there is that we feel a little bit chaotic, a little bit, things are not as organized, things are not as smooth, everything is, you know, you put something in place and it doesn't work, and you order something and it doesn't come, and you buy something and it doesn't work. This is typical Mercury retrograde, little bit chaotic energy. And again, what it does, thank you for the thumbs up, what it does is allows us to say, right, you're going to get really stressed about that? Are you going to get stressed, or are you going to go, okay, right, okay, I bought that thing, it's no good, all right, we'll have to send it back. Okay, well, I organised that thing to come and it hasn't come. It's okay, I'll wait till tomorrow, it might come tomorrow. If it doesn't, I'll ring it. It's almost like our inner self is testing us to say, how much are we going to react to this stuff? Oh, hi, Trish, lovely to see you. Right, let's see what people are saying. Nina is saying, I also felt like not moving forward on my path, and that's not normal for me. I just want to stay put for now. Fab. Right. What's going on with Mercury, and I say this in the weekly messages, is that when Mercury goes retrograde for those 3 weeks, it's the time to stop moving forward. It's basically stand still and catch up with yourself. You've worked really hard in the last 3 months. You've changed a lot. You've grown a lot. You've manifested a lot. You've shifted a lot. Now let's spend these 3 weeks just catching up with those changes. Let them consolidate, stand still and kind of go, where am I now? Right. And then at the end of the 3 weeks, when Mercury starts going forward again, which is going to be Christmas Eve, that's when we start saying, oh, right, I'm ready to move forward again. Now, where are we going next? Where are we going next? And we're back on a roll. So that is exactly the energy that you're in now. And the more you feel Mercury, the more you will feel that sense of standing still. So I'm a Virgo, Trish is a Gemini, we're both going to feel it. And, you know, those of you who've got Mercury in your moon or your rising will also feel it. And others, hi Mary, that are not feeling it so much, they can just say, okay, well, I'm just going to carry on as normal. I don't know what anybody's talking about. It's not affecting me. And that's great. That's fine. But if it is affecting you, hi Belinda, then, you know, rule by the moon. Oh, we spoke to Melinda, yeah. And hi Belinda. So it's just about understanding what's going on. So if I feel that I need to just stand still, yeah, Nina's saying she's a Pisces, you'll probably find that your moon is in Virgo or Gemini, or your rising sign, because if you really feel this Mercury retrograde, then there is something in there that is going to be resonating with it. Slim saying I'm a typical Virgo. Yeah, me too, Slim, totally. Sandra's saying in Western astrology, I'm Gemini sun and Virgo moon. So you get it twice. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. Then you know you will. You will. Okay. So, yeah, I'm the other way around, actually, Sandra. So I'm a Virgo sun and I'm a Gemini moon. So I get it twice too. So that's why I feel it so much. And we do feel it when it's in the shadow, and that basically means the run up to it. So Mary's saying she's a Gemini too. So yeah, we're going to feel this. So what do we want to do with this 3 weeks? You know, Mercury started now, so we want to protect ourselves with saying, yes, probably why we work together so well, Sandra. We've got that same energy. So what we want to be doing is for these 3 weeks is saying, okay, don't, in terms of protecting ourselves, this is not a great time to go buying a major investment like a car or a computer or anything big, because in the middle of Mercury going retrograde, it's probably going to go wrong, or the chances of it going wrong are much higher. So we tend to avoid any major decisions or signing contracts while we're in the middle of those 3 weeks. If you planned the contract before the 3 weeks, that's fine. If you planned the purchase before the 3 weeks, that's fine too. But when you start planning things in a Mercury retrograde, very often when it comes out of retrograde, you have to unplan it. You know, you signed that contract, you now regret, and you've got to try and get out of it. Or, you know, you've bought that thing, now you don't want it, and you've got to try and figure out how to get out of it. So try not to make any major decisions about spending in a 3 week Mercury retrograde period. And of course, we've got Christmas. So, be careful, all right? So double check all the fine print. And if you're buying from Amazon and eBay and things like this, be careful who you're buying from. Check out their ratings, check out that they're legit. If you're buying from major stores, obviously you should be fine because you can just take it back if it doesn't work. So just be careful with this 3-week run up to Christmas of what you're buying and where from, okay? Right, so how are we feeling today then? With the super moon, supercharged and feeling super excited. So let's do a few cards and see if we can help to clarify some of that energy for some of you. So who would like a card? Sandra's saying, I feel Mercury retrograde is in good alignment for holiday season, New Year. Time to, I agree, time to reflect and relax on this year's individual work. Well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't, you know, that Deborah would like a card. Okay, because the thing is, Sandra, that we've got Mercury in retrograde for the next 3 weeks. This is major Christmas shopping time. Major Christmas shopping time. Unless you're one of these super organized people that have got all your Christmas presents done, then you're going to be buying stuff over the next 3 weeks. So be super careful. So Nina's saying, how do you get yourself out of the funk? You mean out of the doldrums? Yeah, out of the woe is me stuff? Yeah, feeling out of sorts. So Sandra's saying I am lol. Okay, so Julie would like a card as well. I'd love to know what's going to come. All right, it's really, I'm not doing cards about what's going to come over the next few months. I'm really doing cards that just focus on your energy today. And the energy of this next couple of days within the super moon. Okay, that's what I'm trying to help you with today. Feeling down. All right, Nina, I'm going to do you first. As you guys know that have seen me before, I don't necessarily do them in order. I do who I feel most drawn to, who I feel I can help the most, or, you know, who needs the help most, or who needs healing or insight or advice the most. So I'm going to retrograde Christmas yikes. Well, it's coming out of, you're right, Adam, Mercury will be out of retrograde on Christmas Eve, but I don't fancy doing all of my shopping on Christmas Eve. Sandra's asking about pulling a card for Sophia. Okay, she's asking, oh bless, okay, I'll see what I can do. So let me see if we can help Nina, because Nina's feeling a bit low at the moment, bless. And Nina does a lot of good for a lot of other people. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask everybody watching, there's 10 of you on, to send lots of love and healing and uplifting energy to Nina right now. And if we do that collectively, it's much stronger. So you're getting a huge hug right now, Nina, from all of us. Good, that's nice. All right, now then, let's see what's going on with your energy. All right, Nina, we've got the Hermit reversed. Where am I going? Camera's reversed. Let's see if I can bring that up. It is a strange, that way, okay, right, okay. The Hermit, darling, and it's reversed. So this is saying you've gone into yourself a bit too much. Okay, the Hermit is a lovely card about reflecting, going within, meditating, thinking things through, taking a bit of time. You know, look at the light that he's got. This camera is weird. Look at the light that he's got there. It's light in his way. He's not in the dark. But the Hermit is a card of being on your own, spending a bit of time to reflect. Now, when we see the Hermit upside down, we're going in too deep into the past, into our negativity, into our focusing on the things that haven't worked, focusing on some old pain. Now, this is all part for you of the Mercury retrograde. Yeah, we've got both. Okay, so Mercury retrograde, one of the things it also does, guys, is it makes you look back at the past. It's this 3 weeks when it's going backwards, is saying look at the past. So what's going on for you, Nina? You're in the right space, as much as it's uncomfortable. The energy of Mercury being retrograde is making you look back at the past. You're in the Hermit upside down, so you're really going into the past in yourself in order to bring that up to be released, because of course we've got the super moon, which is massively bringing up emotions. And so, right, I'm just being given more information. We hold a lot of emotion so far down that we can't access it, we can't get to it very often. It's so pushed down. that we would normally only be able to access it through hypnotherapy, which is what I do, you know, when you really go into the deep, deep subconscious, or in a very powerful meditation. This super moon that is around right now, and overnight tonight. So I know you're in America, so it's going to start within the next hour or so. It's probably already started because you're behind us. No, it won't have started for you. So it's going to be starting about 5-6 hours for you, and it'll be all overnight. So use it. So what I want you to do, Nina, is dive into, rather than avoid, dive into all of that feeling low, and in a very gentle, loving, compassionate way, asking yourself, why am I feeling low? Where is the sadness? What am I, is it despair? Is it loneliness? Is it what? Try and name it, and then try and encourage it to come forward, because that's what it's wanting to do. The super moon is helping you bring this up and bring it out. If you can work with that overnight, even though it's sad and horrible, because it does feel sad, doesn't it? It feels horrible and low and negative. This isn't about woe is me. This is about, we need to dive into that negativity sometimes in order to neutralize it, release it, free it, and free yourself. Okay. Hi, Crystal. Oh, Jilly saying positive vibes and thoughts to Nina. That's nice. Natalie saying, would it be possible to have a card? I'll see what I can do, darling. So yeah, Nina, she's saying, okay, understand. So an uncomfortable space, but the super moon is on your side. It's the only one this year, so it's on your side to say, it's kind of like your personal counselor overnight saying, come on, darling, tell me all about it. Okay. And you're going to let it all up and let it all out, and then, okay, it's a bit hard work, but by tomorrow you will feel that something has shifted, and it's shifted for good, and it won't come back, because once it's out and it's gone. Hi, Graham. So bit of work for you to do tonight, but that's what's going on for you, babe. Okay. And it'll be worth it. You've already let so much go. This is like the last little bits. Very liberating, very freeing, and I'm feeling excited under that. Okay, already starting to get it out right now. Good. Okay, because the thing is, the super moon, when it goes in, I know in the UK it's at its peak, I think 4 p.m, which is in about half an hour. So I'm not sure what time it's at its peak in the US, but it's all tonight. So basically for the next 24 hours is when it's really massively powerful. So let's use it. Let's use it. Okay, so Sandra wanted a card for a little girl, Sophia, so we're going to do one for Sophia. So I'm going to do an angel card for Sophia, and I'm going to ask for a card for Sophia. Right, she's only little. I used to encourage my little girl when she was 4, 5, 6 years old to play with my angel cards and connect with my fairy cards. And yeah, she's been brought up with all of this, and it's really helped her to understand. All right, so we've got the Isabella card for Sophia. Okay, so look at this, Sophia. I'm going to bring it up to the camera. It's so weird, this camera, it's kind of reversed. Okay, do you see that, darling? We've got this lovely angel for you. All right, and this lovely lady angel's giving you big, big hugs and saying that it's going to be a lovely, lovely Christmas for you, and Santa coming, and you're going to have a super, super Christmas. All right, my darling. There we go. I do love bringing children into our little world, because that's where they should be. All right. Sandra saying, I feel that shift today since our work yesterday. Good. Well done, love. I'm happy about that. That's excellent. Lots of thumbs up on that one. Okay. Hello, Emma. She's saying, I'd love a reading, please. First time joining you. Well, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining this little live. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on for this afternoon, but feel free to send me a friend's request, any of you, and switch your notifications on so that when I pop up with these lives, you know that they're happening. But today I'm doing readings a little bit different. I'm just really focusing on the super moon and Mercury retrograde, which are both happening today. Very intense energy, and seeing what I can do to give you messages from your higher self and your angels to help you to manage and manifest with that energy that's on your side at the moment. Okay, Crystal is saying that she'd like one too. You're welcome, Nina. I hope that helped. And can I share this for me, please? If you, if that feels right for you, give it a share so that your friends can see this as well. It may help them too. All right. So let's see where we want to go now. Hold on. Hi, Kofi. Who else? Now, where did I want to go? Okay. Be with you in a minute. Okay. Jilly wants one. Mary wants one. Basically, everybody wants one. So I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do you all. We'll see how we go. So Deborah Dubois Tucker. Let's do you. Let's see what is going on. Thank you for sharing, Emma. Deborah, have you shared and are you still there? Hello, Caroline. How are you, my lovely? Thank you for sharing. So let's get these super shared so that people can really understand what's going on with this super moon and get some help and get some support. Okay, so share. Right. She's dead and she shared it for me. Thank you, darling. All right, so let's see what messages we have got. Thanks for sharing, Mary, for Deborah. Deborah Dubois. I'm going to go with the tarot for you, Deborah. Hi, Chantel. How are you, darling? Thanks for sharing, Slim. Thanks for sharing, Adam. So we are doing Deborah Dubois. I want the top card for you. So, ooh, nice, Deborah. Okay. So we've got the star. Let's bring it in a bit closer. All right. Strange camera. Okay. So can you see the star here? Beautiful card. Right, Deborah, so this is the card for you for today within this energy. So for you, it's not so much about what you're releasing or what you need to manage. It's more about you using this super moon to manifest. All right. So when we see the star, this is about us shining our light, us really wishing on a star. This was actually the card that came up for this week's messages, which is on my page. It's all there for you to see that the messages for this week, the star came up on that very strongly. So for you this week, Deborah, it's about that. Well, not this week, today and tomorrow is very much for you about manifesting, using the star energy to really focus on what you want and start going for it. All right, really start going for it. This belief in yourself, I want to see it jumping up and saying, I can do that, I can achieve that, I can get that. That's the message for you with this super moon. So for you, we want to be using it to manifest. Okay, babe? So that's what I've got for you, Deborah. All right, so guys that are watching, oh, 17 of you now. That means there's people I haven't said hello to. Hello, Laurie. Who else haven't I said hello to? I don't know. If I haven't said hello to you, please forgive me. I've missed it while I've been talking. So yeah, but the messages for today are about how what's going on for you with the super moon and Mercury retrograde, and those are the ones I'm feeling drawn to help you with today. Sandra's saying, wow, matches her profile pic. What does? Oh, yeah, the star. Yeah, I just noticed. Yeah, Deborah's profile pic is a beautiful star. So it is. I hadn't noticed that. Okay. All right. Where am I going now? Laurie. I'm going to do Laurie Reed Hardy. Laurie. And then I think I'm doing Jilly. So Laurie. What does Laurie need to know out of this super moon? Out of this super moon. Let's bring the camera down a little bit so you can see me shuffling. Okay. All right, babe. So for you, Laurie, we have got the Nine of Swords. This is a card of tiredness, needing to rest. What else are we getting for you with this card? All right, so for you, it is bringing up, let's bring it up to the camera. Okay. So the super moon for you is saying, Laurie, you need to be resting. You need to take some time out to think about how you are treating you. uh, to my dog Star. Okay. Um, okay, so for you, darling, I want you to spend tonight really getting some rest, focusing on your body, your energy, and I want you to start seeing how you can conserve energy, because I feel that your energy, this card is saying that your energy is very depleted, and you run out of energy quite a lot, and I think you need to start conserving your energy a bit more. Um, this is what the supermoon is about for you. Okay, and actually look in the background of this card there, the moon in the background. So this card is saying to you, when you go to bed tonight, I want you to kind of focus on the energy of the moonlight, even if you can't see it through your window. Focus on it shining down on you and it regenerating you. Okay, when it's the super moon like that, it's so powerful. Think about the power of the moon, that it can move oceans, and it's so near the earth at the moment. It can move stuff within you, so it can shift stale energy, tired energy. So just imagine the moon sucking that tired energy out of you and transmuting it, and you being completely renewed and refreshed. Like, you know, when the high tide comes in, it washes the beach clean, doesn't it? And then, you know, when the tide goes back out, everything's so lovely. I want you to kind of feel that same energy within you, because this is what's going on for you with the super moon today. All right, my love? Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Jilly, are you still there? Hello, Beverly. How are you? Jilly Lawson, I'm doing next. You still there, Jilly? Just gonna have a little break a second. All right, let's bring that a bit more light. Okay, so little delay on this coming up. Hang on, we've got, oh, wrong way. Right, Jilly, yeah, still here, jolly good. Laurie's saying, feeling it. I stood in the moonlight last night and will again tonight. There's major shifts going on. Well done, darling. Fabulous. If you've got any moonstone crystals as well, this is the time to be charging them massively. Okay, they're basically the only. Many people have said to me, "Oh, you can charge crystals in the moonlight." Not really, no. Crystals need sunlight, except for moonstone. Moonstone needs to be charged in the light of the moon. So if you've got moonstone, you guys that are into crystals, I've always got loads of crystals everywhere, then be charging that under the moon. But also charge yourself, okay? All right, so Jilly. What does Jilly need to, how can she best use the super moon? Okay, Jilly. So we know what this is about, sweetheart. Okay, so the Three of Swords is the card of the broken heart, the heart that is damaged and hurt. Obviously, you can see it's upside down. I'm just turning it around the right way. Okay, so when the heart is hurting, it stops us being open to love properly. It stops us moving forward. And when it's upside down, it's saying that we are still stuck. Now, I know that you've done a lot of work to heal that. And so it's saying, you know, look, we can take years to get over something. It's about, we can really start moving forward very quickly, getting rid of the bulk of it quickly, but there can be little bits and pieces still hanging on. So for you, this super moon is saying you've done, I think, well, what am I getting here? 94% you've done. So I often say sort of about, isn't it? And then I come up with a very specific figure. You've done 94% of your release work about the broken heart from last year. There is 6% left to do, and you can use this super moon to get rid of the last of that, so that you can move into Christmas free of the stuff from last year. And also, do not assume that because there was some shit going down last Christmas that you're going to be affected by it this Christmas. In fact, excuse my French, guys, sorry, I shouldn't have sworn there. In fact, you can have an even better Christmas than you could ever imagine by using this super moon to get rid of the last of that broken heart from last year. So, woohoo! Good stuff, but a little bit of work, okay? And yeah, I want to feel the last of that there about him coming up and coming out. All righty. Okay. Some of you I know more than others of you, obviously, because some of you I work with. because I'm a counsellor, therapist, hypnotherapist, and others I am friends with, and you're not clients, and I'm not saying which is which because that's not appropriate, but I do know some of you better than I know others. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, my darling. So where do I want to go next? Let's see who else needs a message for the supermoon. Supermoon. I'm just scrolling up, scrolling down. Crystal Gale Permore? Yeah, Crystal Gale. Are you still there, my darling? Because this is where I want to go next. Laurie's saying I do have loads. Good. I thought you might, Laurie. So Crystal, you still there, sweetheart? And then I'm going to do Slim Blackwell. Remind me, Slim, because you know I'm like, yeah, she's still here. Hi, Crystal. All right, my darling. Me, maybe, haha. Natalie, yes, I will, darling. I'm going to try and do everybody because there's not loads of you on, so I'm going to try and do you all. It's when I get 30, 40, 50 on, I can't do you all, but there's only 10, 11 of you. We'll try and do everybody. Okay. So Crystal Gale. So what do we want? Okay, Crystal, I've got the 2 of Cups for you. Let's get this into nice. All right. So 2 of Cups. The light. I'm drawn to the light between the 2 heads. And this is very much like the moon. And look what's in the background as well. It looks like a super moon to me. A super moon supercharged and supercharging the crown chakras, the 3rd eye chakras between these 2. So this card is about a connection. Jilly saying, fabulous news. I got up today feeling so isolated and up you popped. I'll be doing my usual moonlight dance and mantra tonight. Roll on the next 3 weeks. Thank you. Brill. It's not going to take you 3 weeks, sweetheart. This is the full moon. You'll be doing some of it with the Mercury retrograde, yes, but I don't think it's going to take you the first 3 weeks. Hi, Sterling. All right, so we were talking to Crystal. Focus, Julie. Poole, focus, Crystal, on this card. Okay. So the Cups, heart. I'm going to the heart because this is happiness. This is overwhelming happiness and love and connection. And I don't know if this is a romantic connection or friendship, so I'm just asking. But this card is always about partnerships. It's always about working with somebody, working together with somebody in order to understand and realize something to make it better than if you were on your own. Natalie, no, I will do you, sweetheart. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, wow. So good. All right. I'm just asking for a bit more specific. So definitely you're being asked to use this full super moon for you, Crystal, to really look at who can I work with in partnership to benefit me, and I'm getting more power and insight, personal power and insight. So are you working with your inner self? Is this a partnership card? They're not giving me any information, probably because it's public. So basically feel it how it feels for you. But this is 2 heads are better than 1 when we're trying to clear our mind and move forward. And so it could well be that you're connecting with your inner self, your higher self, your romantic partner, your best friend. This can be business as well, where you're connecting with somebody on a business level in order to really shift things forward. This is your current situation. This is today. This is absolutely for today. This is using the super moon. Hi, Kim. Today and tomorrow. So the next 24 hours. So what are we now? We are 20 to 4 in the afternoon in the UK. So really the rest of today and through until about 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So really be using this, because this is a lovely heart connection, and this feels like the beginning of something really exciting and really powerful to move you forward. Anything else I need to say on this card? Keep doing what you're doing, because everything you're doing is absolutely on the right path. Okay. All right then. I hope that makes sense for you, Crystal. Okay, let me know if it does. So Jilly's saying that she got up today feeling isolated. Yeah, see, this is the thing. This is one of the things that the super moon will do. We'll just wake up out of sorts, or we'll wake up feeling, woohoo, right? What's going on? And you think, okay, we're just trying to understand the energy of this supermoon and the Mercury retrograde, because they're working together, aren't they? They're saying, right, we're bringing up all these emotions and we're going to make sure we're looking backwards into the past and saying, is there anything else there that I need to do? Looking over my shoulder at the past, is there any baggage I'm dragging with me that it's time to put down? That's the sort of thing that Mercury does, and it can be very, very helpful. All right, so where am I going next? So Crystal saying, thank you very much, you're more than welcome. Sarah, hello Sarah, how are you? So where am I going now? Let's do Natalie Con. Okay, so Natalie Con, let's see what your messages. Now, all of these messages today, for those of you that weren't at the beginning, is all to do with the supermoon and Mercury and how you can best use these wonderful energies to help and support you at the moment. All right, so Natalie, that's okay. That's what I've got for you, Natalie. So we have the Strength card. I don't know. So weird that it's a mirror with Facebook. Right, okay, so the Strength card's beautiful. So see the lion and see her, and look what we've got in the background as well. We've got the stars and we've got space and we've got her really connected with the universe and with the power of the lion for strength. Okay, so obviously this card of the lion is also a Leo card. It's the sun card as well. It's a fire sign. It's very powerful. It's feeling for you anyway. I mean, I'm not an astrologer. I'm just saying this stuff. I don't even know if that's correct, but this is what I'm feeling about you and this card. And so, Natalie, you're being asked to dive into right, we're using your strength in order to open your eyes. That's what I'm getting for you. All right, we can be very blinkered sometimes. We're very good at looking at what we want to look at and not looking at stuff we don't want to look at. So for you, the supermoon and Mercury retrograde, and we're getting the next 3 days for you, today and the next 2 days, is saying use your strengths to really look inside and open your eyes and say, what is there that is ready to be let go of? We get these little shifts every now and again in our life. We can go 10, 12 years quite happily, and then all of a sudden it's like we hit a wall. And it's, what's this wall about? What's going on? And it's not a wall. It feels like a wall, but actually it's kind of, we have to stop in order to get rid of all of our baggage, and then the wall collapses and we can carry on again. And that's what I'm kind of feeling for you. The next 3 days is that wall, and it wants you to stop. Use your strength, look inside, let the blinkers come off and go, oh yeah, that and that can go, and that needs to be sorted, and that needs to change, and then away you go again. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, my darling. Okay, hi Sarah, I hope that makes sense. So that's what you've got, Nat. So we're going to use these energies to really be looking at ourselves, our past, our emotions, where we're excited, where we're afraid. It's 10:40 there, is it, sweetheart? In the morning, right? So you are 5 hours behind. So the full moon is very strong now, but it's at its peak at 4 o'clock p.m. So basically now in the UK. But you can just Google what time is the supermoon at its peak in the US. You're probably going to find that it's the same sort of time for you guys because you're 5 hours behind, but I don't know. All right, so yes, it does. It makes sense. Good. Okay, so we've done Natalie. Just going to go back a little bit to see. We've done Laurie. Chantel. Have I done Chantel? I don't think so. Chantel, have I done you, darling? You'd like a card? Tell me if you're still here. And Adam as well. I don't know if Adam would like a card. So let me know if you'd like a card. If you don't need one, that's okay. So who's left that I haven't done? Kim, I haven't done. Hello, my darling. And Sarah, I haven't done. She's Slim. Oh yes, I did say I was going to do you next, didn't I? Yes, I did. So Slim Blackwell. Let's do one for Slim. Okay, so we're asking for a message from your higher self for Slim relating to the supermoon and Mercury. I want the top card for you. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, that's so weird having a mirrored. I think it's not very clear. Hang on, I'm trying to get it. There we go. That's better. Page of Pentacles for you. Nice. So this is a messenger. Pages of messengers. A lot of green in this card. Okay, we've got the green eye at the top, we've got the green in his cloak, we've got the green in the background, we've got the green in the pentacle there, right, in the coin. Okay, green is the heart chakra. It's also the energy of peace. And so what I'm feeling with this for you, with the super moon, we're wanting to bring peace in. Okay, let me just ask, and asking for more detail about it from your higher self for you, Slim. So the supermoon is bringing stuff up to the surface, but it's also bringing stuff to you. It's usually the new moon when we're really manifesting, but we can use this moon too, this full moon too. But what I'm getting with it is that I want to bring up peace up to the surface so that you can really dive into the peace and feel it. I want to bring that peace all the way through you and into your heart, because I feel that your heart doesn't know enough peace. Melinda would like a card, Mary would like a card. I'll see what I can do, my darlings. I'm sure I'll be able to do that for you. So Slim, we're wanting you to come further into peace in your heart. And I'm seeing your heart a little bit like a jigsaw. So I'm seeing it in 3 or 4 pieces, and I want to use this super moon to bring those pieces back together, and they're going to fit and slot together so beautifully with that piece that it's as if they are one, as if they were never 4 pieces, they are one. So there's a bit of healing in this heart energy for you. And tonight you can do that, and you can do it in as little as 10 minutes, just using the energy of the supermoon to focus on the green energy of peace coming into you and coming up from inside you, filling your heart with it, and imagining all and any damage that you've ever had in the heart, from romantic relationships, from family, from friends, from anyone who's hurt your heart. Just imagine it all just clicking back into together as if it had never, as if it was brand new. All right, it's beautiful. So using that, focus on that, and literally click like that, it being fixed. Okay, that's for you, my love. Hope that helps. Okay, all right. So has anybody got any questions, by the way, about Mercury retrograde and the super moon that I haven't answered? But I know some of you have only been on a little while, so perhaps you might like to watch the replay of this as well. And have you shared it, guys, the ones that have just come on? Hello, Amanda. How are you, sweetheart? Lovely to see you. All right, let's do Mary now. Mary was on at the beginning and she shared. Thank you, Mary. All right, and yes, Slim saying it makes sense. Thank you. You're very welcome. Okay, so these messages are from your higher self. That's where I connect to your soul source, higher self energy, and that's the energy that I'm feeling for you. And I felt very drawn to come on this afternoon and give you some messages to help you with the super moon. So Mary Richardson, let's do you now, darling. So Mary. I need another shuffle. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right, Mary. We've got the 6. Oh no, we've got the 10 of cups. Ooh, 10 of cups. Let me get it up to the camera. Okay, lovely. The 10 of cups is all about security, family, oneness, feeling everything around you is complete. Your home, your well-being, your happiness, the sun is shining, there's rainbows in the sky, it's all very beautiful. So we're asking specifically about the supermoon for you, Mercury retrograde. Okay, so I'm getting with this card for you. This is more about Mercury retrograde for you rather than the supermoon. So Mercury retrograde is the next 3 weeks about looking back, looking back at happier times, looking back at when all the family was around you, because I feel that some of the family have moved on and moved away. And it's to know, sometimes we can feel a bit sad about that, but it's to know that they're still in your heart, and that they, you know, we things evolve and things change. We can sometimes get a little bit stuck. You know, I remember when I was a kid, you know, we'd go to my granny's house on Boxing Day, and there'd be like 15 of us, and you know, all the children and aunts and uncles and my grandparents, and you know, it was all lovely and chaotic, and I miss those times. But they can't stay like that forever. So it's really about saying, I'm okay with that. I'm okay to let go of the past like that. I can appreciate and value those times, but say that it's different now. And I can still feel as whole and as complete with a family of one or a family of 20. That it is about what's in my heart rather than who is physically around me right now. That's what I'm getting for you. I'm hoping this is making sense, Mary, but that's what I'm getting from this card. And it's saying that you have that security there. You have the 10 of Cups. It is there and it is complete. And you don't need all of these people around you to show you that you are secure and you are loved. All right, my darling, I hope that makes sense for you. So Kim is saying, let's do some of the comments. Kim is saying, I've heard it's a great time to recharge your crystals during this time. I was just saying about that earlier. Yes and no. People often, and this is only my opinion, I've heard many people say you can use the moon to recharge your crystals. My opinion is that the sun is the way that you recharge crystals, apart from moonstones. And it's the moonstones that need to be in the moonlight. That is my opinion. Other people would disagree. So it's basically saying, feel it for yourself. Do you feel that the moon can really charge your crystals? Okay. And I think, you know, if the sky is completely clear and the moon is very, very full, and you could actually put your crystals under the moonlight and feel the moonlight, then I think possibly. But to be honest, I've always charged my crystals on a nice, bright, sunny day. I wash them, I rinse them, I put them on a tray, and I put them outside in the sunlight. And I'll leave them out there actually right in the sunlight for as long as the sun is on them, which is usually about 8 hours. Then I bring them back in and I put them back around the house, and I'll do that twice a year. That's how I tend to charge my crystals. And then other times that, you know, if they need charging, ones that I use a lot will lose their charge quicker than every 6 months and need to be recharged sooner. Like this one I use a lot. This is my smoky quartz crystal angel, gorgeous and massive. I use her a lot, and I use this clear quartz channeling crystal quite a lot. I charge them, but I charge them by just connecting to the universal energies through me, through my hands and into the crystal. I'm going to be doing crystals, is it next week? I think it's next week. If you look at my Julie Poole online page, and my courses on a Monday night. Tomorrow night is cards, divination cards, tarot, angel cards. I'm teaching you about these. And it's anybody can join this group. You just got to pay £5. So that's tomorrow night. We're doing cards. And then I think next week is crystals. And I'm going to be talking about sort of charging them and what they do and the different crystals and colors of chakras and things. I think is next week. So the next week or the week after. All right. So, Kim saying, I've been told to submerge them in sea salt and leave them under the light. Let me feel that. Then wash the used salt down the drain. Okay. Yes, sea salt, any kind of unrefined, you know, unbleached, untreated salts are good cleansers, but they can also be a bit harsh for crystals, I think. And again, it's about feeling it. I wash mine in warm soapy water and then rinse them under the tap, which is ordinary water with chlorine in it. But yeah, sea salt's probably better. The best place to wash them is actually in the sea. And I, you know, I used to do that every now and again. I put all my crystals in a little bag and trek down the beach and wash them in the sea. And then bring them back and put them in the garden on a tray under the sunlight to recharge, and then put them back in the garden. That's a lovely way of doing them. So yeah, I'm sure sea salt is absolutely fine too. Okay. Uh, is it the gilded tarot I use? Yes, it is. I've got ordinary tarot as well. These are the gilded tarot, which are by Ciro Marchetti. They're absolutely stunning cards. I love them. I've got ordinary tarot cards. I also use Doreen Virtue's angel cards. Over the years, I have used the fairy cards, the masters cards, Archangel Michael cards, sacred path cards, animal cards, all sorts of, and I've used dowsing rods and crystal dowsers and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, over the years, I've got rid of a lot of them. I've given them away because they were no longer resonating. And mostly, no, Melinda, you didn't miss anything, sweetheart. Mostly, I haven't really used cards for years. I just tune in to somebody's body, and the body and the energy tells me what's going on. It's only literally been in the last few months that I've gone back to using cards again, and they are helpful. All right. So yeah, well, I'm with somebody. See, normally I'm working as a hypnotherapist and counselor, and I've got a client that I'm working with, not necessarily in the same room as me. Most of my clients are Skype, FaceTime, all over the world, America, India, Kuala Lumpur, all over the UK. But we're on the screen together and we're talking and we're connecting. And I don't need the cards to be able to go into their energy. You know, we're as their therapist, they're letting me into their energy anyway. And as we do the hypnotherapy and I'm going down into the session with them, I can see exactly what they need and you know, what's happening for them without needing cards. But that's a therapy session that's an hour and a half. So when I'm looking at an instant connection with somebody that I can't see, I've just got a name, then the cards can be quite helpful for just an instant 5-minute connection. So that's what I'm doing here. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, it is a gift, and I love it. It's wonderful. I've been using it for healing for a long time. I've had this ability, I guess you would call this gift, this ability, this insight, since I was about 13. So I was aware of it for myself when I was 7 or 8. I was aware that I knew things that other people didn't. I was aware I could see things that other people couldn't see, and I was very frightened by it for about 10 years. But I also realized there was a gift in it when I could put my hands on my head and get rid of a headache, or my hands on my belly and get rid of a period pain, or be able to help an upset friend about something that, you know, they were upset about, that I seemed to have the right words to use at the right time. And I just allowed it to develop over many years. So I'm 54 now, so I've been doing it most of my life. And I wanted to know more, like many of us do. You know, we tend to fear what we don't understand. So the more we know, the more we embrace it. So I started reading a lot of stuff about spiritual stuff, but also the other side. You know, I was just wanting to know everything there was about anything to do with psychic stuff. So I read a lot of occult books when I was a kid and horror books. But I also read the Bible back to front. I read Buddhist books. I read the Quran. I read, well, not all of the Quran, but, you know, bits and pieces. And then I read a lot of spiritual works and the Karma, and I read all of Diana Cooper's books. I read a lot of and watched a lot of videos that were channeled, like Patar, Janie King, Lazarus, all sorts of stuff like that. And then I've been teaching as well. So I've been teaching circle and spiritual development, psychic development for 15, 17 years, I suppose. And when I meditate and I'm teaching, when I meditate, I channel a lot of information. And I learn from that too. And I learn loads from my clients. So that's me. Anyway, I'm wittering. Same awakening in my life, Kim is saying. My gift started when I was 4. when I saw my first spirit. Oh, okay, babe. Yeah, Natalie's saying very cool. Sue's saying a special gift, but religion has made it keep. Yeah, the thing is, you know, I've got a wonderful relationship with God, source, energy, creator, and Jesus, but I don't do religion or the Bible. When I read the Bible, I was pretty horrified. I just can't recognize anything really in there about my understanding of what spiritual the universe is and how it works and our power. My Bible, I would say, is probably Neil Donald Walsh's Conversations with God, or books on the law of attraction, and stuff like that. That's my belief. I think a lot of religions are just very fear-based, and about control. But that's me being opinionated, and I completely accept other people's beliefs, whatever they are. We should be more tolerant. Thank you as you enlighten me to higher awareness. Oh, good. I hope so. I hope I help. I believe He, God, is within us. I do too. He, she, God, Goddess, all that is and all that is not. Everything that is within us. When I'm connecting, I put my hand on my hand on my heart here. I connect to Source, Soul, Higher Self, and Creative Force within me. The God, Goddess within me. And I am a part of God, Goddess within the universe, personified within me. And when we are aligned, and I am in my power of my source energy within, and I'm aligned with the source energy without, then we are one. Then we are one with everything. And it's beautiful. And that's when we're in our power, and it feels amazing. Okay, so who haven't I done? So tell me if you would like a card, and I haven't done you yet. I can't remember who I've done and who I haven't done. You know what I'm like. You should know me by now. I forget. So if you've been here a while, hello Bertha, how are you, sweetheart? If you've been here a while and I haven't done your card, can you just say, yeah? Oh, Adam, you've been here since the beginning. Let me do you a card, sweetheart. And then we will go on to some others. Okay. So Adam, what would Adam's higher self source energy like him to know? Okay, so I've got another green card here. It's starting to get dark here now. Okay, so I have got the Knight of Pentacles. Did we not have this earlier? I think we did. I'm sure we did. Okay. All right, so let's bring this up for you to see. When we got a mirror that's backwards and you move it one way and it goes the other way, it's it's weird. Okay, all right, so Adam, we are back with the heart here with you. I'm sure we had this card earlier for somebody else, and it's the same energy, the same message here, that this is about the supermoon, you using it to deepen the connection. And for you, it's about connecting your heart with the earth, really feeling the earth connection for you, Adam. So I want you to use the supermoon to transmute all negativity within you that holds you back. You can really use this to liberate yourself of fear. I want you to drain the fear downwards. Normally, when I'm healing people, I get them usually to bring up the energy up and out the crown, a little bit like a volcano. But with you, what I'm being asked, your higher self source energy for you, Adam, is saying this is about, the nights are about taking action. And I'm really drawn to all the greenery around him, the nature, and connecting with your heart, with nature, with Gaia, with Mother Earth. And I want you to take all the fear that's within you, embrace it in a very compassionate and gentle way, and allow it to drain down through your body and out through your feet into Mother Earth, whose permission you have to do this. She will take it, she will transmute it, and then she will give you new energy, new life force up through your feet and into your body. Your connection is with the earth. Laurie's saying, I feel similar. Your talk resonates to be deeply good. I'm glad, Laurie. I think, you know, we find ourselves drawn to the people that resonate with us, don't they? You know, birds of a feather and all the rest of it. Like attracts like. This is the universal law of attraction, that these are very much my beliefs. And I try to walk my talk and talk my walk and, you know, live my truth and stand by my values. That's who I am, and that's what I try and do. We don't always succeed, but we can only ever do our best. Don't know why my message just appeared for the second time. Apologies. What message, Kim? Oh, me. Yeah, that's all right, sweetheart. Don't worry. Okay. All right. So, oh, Adam's saying that makes great sense to me. I'm in the woods right now. So, yeah, this is what you can use the supermoon for now. It's just starting to get dark. The thing is, here in the UK, I'm in Cornwall, very cloudy. It's so cloudy. And unless those clouds clear, we are not going to see any moon at all, doesn't matter how big it is. And so, of course, the clouds are also blocking the energy coming through nice and clearly. And this is part of the issue about using it to clear your crystals. If we can't see it, how your crystals can't see it either. Anything else I need to say here for Adam? No, you know what to do, sweetheart. You crack on and do it. So you are using it to transmute and let go of any fears, blocks, and barriers within you, and allowing it to drain out and drain down. Okay. Now, this week, guys, I have got quite a quiet week in terms of work, which is nice and it's not so nice. You know, it's not so nice financially, but it's obviously meant to be. So what is nice is I've got extra time. And so I am going to be on here a little bit more this week, doing some free readings where I can. I'm also going to focus on doing some free talks on my hypnotherapy page, which this week I think I'm going to be doing some talks live on there about things like empowerment, building confidence, moving past the past, you know, things like that. I'll be drawn to it. I'll meditate on it and see which ones I'm meant to be doing. I might do them live on my hypnotherapy page, or I might record a talk on a subject and then post it on my YouTube channel and my hypnotherapy page. So I'm going to do a bit of that this week. So some on here, I'm doing readings and stuff, and some on my hypnotherapy page doing insight and empowerment and stuff like that. And then, yeah, tomorrow night I've got my class. If any of you are up for it, this is the class on cards. So many of us use them, but we don't all use them correctly. So it may be that there's something that you could benefit, a bit of knowledge. I'm sure if you use cards, you've probably got, you know, 90% of it down to a T. But even if there's 10%, if there's something I tell you, go, oh, I didn't know about that, then it might help you use those cards better. Okay. And I'm sure if you're drawn to it, then there is something you need to know. If you're not drawn to it, then you obviously you know what you need to know about working with cards. All right. Do I get angry? Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, I do. Listen, we need to understand with emotions, all emotions are healthy, normal responses to a given situation. So anger is an emotion that says somebody or something has just disrespected you, taken advantage of you, or hurt you, abused you in some way. And the appropriate response is anger. Okay, so if somebody's horrible to you and you feel anger, that's the appropriate response. Anger is telling you, excuse me, that behavior is not okay. What are you going to do about it? Once you've clocked that, you feel that anger, and then you go, right, I'm angry. Why am I angry? Right, well, it's because they just said X, Y, or Z. Okay, that's the learning. Anger can go now. The next bit's down to me. Take responsibility for it. What am I going to do about it? Okay, so I've got two choices now. One is that I can confront that bad behavior and I can say, oi, don't speak to me like that again, ever. That's not okay. Or don't do that again. All right, the second option is I can choose to let it go. and it's a choice. Not because I'm scared or I'm a coward or any of that. It's because it doesn't feel right for me to confront it. That might be that I'm thinking that person's drunk, and that's not a safe thing to start confronting somebody who's drunk or stoned. Or it may be that person's clearly very upset about something. I haven't done anything and they're just lashing out at whoever's around. So I'm just going to let that one go because, you know, it's a one-off. It's not normally what they would do. So I'm just going to let it go. It's a choice. Okay. So yeah, we get angry. When we get really angry and have a little tantrum, very often that's not us, out at us. That's our inner child having a little tantrum. And oh, Kim's saying this class is amazing. It wasn't meant to be a class, but that's the way it's doing actually. Yeah, what was I saying now? I was saying about anger. There was something else I was going to say. There was something else I was going to add about anger. Was it important? If it was important, it'll come back. Yeah, tantrums. So sometimes it's our little me having a tantrum. And so when it is, then we need to kind of parent ourselves. So we need to step in and say, okay, why am I having a tantrum here? What's going on? And then we will talk to little me. And it's usually, if I'm acting unreasonably, then it's my little me having a tantrum about something and I need to sort her out. Right, Amanda's saying we have a beautiful pink sky right now in Leeds. Oh, that's lovely. We had a little bit and it's gone because predominantly we just got a very grey, cloudy sky. So you might get to see the moon. If you've got a lot of purple there, that means that you've got a clear sky. So that's nice. Lovely. Kim's saying I'll be sure to tune in. So that's tomorrow night, isn't it? I know you're in for the class. So, oh, my Monday night, the class is amazing. Oh, thank you, darling. That's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a class, isn't it? I'm teaching you all sorts. Okay, so let's see. So Adam's had a card. Emma's saying very grey and cloudy here. Where are you, Emma? Where are you in the world? Ken is saying cloudy in the States as well. Sue Parish is saying woohoo. Good. We like woohoos. Amanda saying beautiful pink sky in Leeds. Okay, so I've answered that. Okay. If I see it, I'll definitely post a picture. Great. Super. Right, who haven't I done? Who would like a card? Sarah Bowles Moon. Oh, we got to do Sarah Bowles Moon. Are you still here, Sarah? Let me know if you're still here. Say hi. 78 and sunny Florida. Oh, you lucky girl. You're going to see an amazing full moon then, Natalie. And that means that Sandra will too. Sandra D. Right, so yeah, she's still here. Sarah Bowles Moon. Okay, what is the message for Sarah from a higher self regarding the supermoon and Mercury retrograde for today? Okay, so this is the card I've got for you. Let me get it up and into the camera. It's so difficult. Right, Six of Swords. And look what's behind her. My goodness me, you can't make this stuff up, can you? Look. Look at the full, huge supermoon right behind her head. All right, and the blue, see the blue eye here, and the blue cloak, and the blue water. This is a card all about the moon and all about emotions and flow and water. I'm getting Pisces with this card. I'm getting emotional flow and moving away from the drama. All right, now when I'm seeing the cards, obviously when I just pick one card for somebody, and it's about me really tuning into that card for that person right now. So right now for you, Sarah, this card is about saying, and drama is the word I'm getting. Okay, so you're not moving away from your home or anything like that. This is about you wanting to move away into still, calm waters and away from drama. You've had enough of the drama. I want to go back about 20 years, and there was so much drama. and it's exhausting, isn't it? Exhausting. We don't need it. We get to a point we say, do you know what? Can't be doing with this anymore. All right, that's where you're at. And this super moon is saying to you, you worked hard to move away from the drama and want to really embrace how lovely this piece is, how lovely these calm waters are. Can you see how still that water is? All right, and how tranquil she is standing up in the boat. It's not rocking, it's not wobbling, it's going so beautifully smooth. Now, when I'm talking about drama, it does the roller coaster, doesn't it? The up and down, woo! Right, she's standing up completely calm. So, this is the message for you, Sarah. This is about saying, look at where any drama remains in your life. Be really focused on, I'm done with the drama. I deserve this beautiful, calm tranquility. So we're going to use the super moon to pull up any remaining drama within you. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We can be addicted to drama. I don't mean to be controversial, but it is a fact. Within counseling, we often talk about addictions to drama, to toxic relationships, to abuse, and to re-victimization, going back into the same situation. We never do this stuff deliberately. We wouldn't deliberately, consciously hurt ourselves. But I'm feeling with you, you made a decision some time ago to say no more drama. But this is an opportunity with this super moon to just allow any old twinges of little bit of drama is quite exciting. But it's also exhausting, and it also is quite sabotaging, and it also can escalate. So allowing any of those thoughts that kind of think, oh, that might be quite nice to have a bit of excitement, they can go. Okay, let them come up and come out. Sylvia saying good morning from Chicago, Illinois. Hello, Sylvia, and hello, Chicago. Yes, I will do your card when I can, my darling. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Sarah. Lovely the way these cards, I'm just, you know, literally I'm shuffling them and asking, calling your name, and then literally I'm just sort of going like that, cutting and saying that's the card. All right, and each time we're getting loads of moons in the background and things like this because I'm asking about the super moon for you today and how you can best use it. Kim is saying drama-filled people will drain my energy so quickly. They will. You're very welcome, Sarah. They will. The thing is, what happens is being addicted to drama isn't something that we choose. It is a cycle that we're stuck in based on our childhood, which was very dramatic. And what happens is, if any of you read my book, Moving Past the Past, there I talk in there about the way that our brain has actually got wired for drama. It's got wired for crisis because that's all we know. And so we keep playing this out. I'm just gonna show you. So that's the book, Moving Past the Past. Okay, and it's for adult survivors of childhood sexual abuse, but it's about actually any abuse. Yeah, it will resonate for anybody who's had an abusive background, but we get wired for drama. My life was constantly in drama until I was in my late 30s. I didn't know how not to be in drama. And if life started to get nice and stable, I would create drama in order to destabilize it, because I couldn't cope with it being too smooth. And so this is what a lot of people will do. And it was only after I healed myself from all of that that my life was able to settle down. And so I do understand it very, very much. Slim is saying, makes me so miserable. Yeah, I mean, negativity, drama, chaos, crisis, they are exhausting, they are draining, they pull us down. And what we have to do is learn to avoid them, to recognize them. And it's about risk assessing and kind of going, oh, that's not a good idea to go there because I can see that that's going to be quite toxic, so I don't want to go there. Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you. I love seeing the hearts going up and down. Hi, Louis. Lewis, how are you? Right, now then, where am I? So who hasn't had, uh, who hasn't had? So Sylvia hasn't had. Is there anybody that's been on here a while that I haven't done yet? I want to make sure the people that have been on here the longest. Amanda, you've been on here a while. Hi, Lou, it's nice to see you. Amanda Young, and I'm sure you've all shared because you're just lovely people like that, aren't you? And share into groups as well. If any of you belong to any spiritual groups and things like that, light workers groups, because there's loads of teaching in here and these little readings we've done today about the moons and about the universe and about all sorts. So thank you for my kiss. I love kisses and hearts. We like lots of love. So who hasn't? Oh, Amanda, I'm doing. Amanda Young. Okay, sorry. Focus, Julie. Amanda Young. Okay. Oh, we had this earlier. We're getting the same cards coming up. Shuffled them a million times. So Amanda, coming back, coming up. Right, sorry, I'm trying to get the right place. There we go. 10 of Cups. Okay. So I'm looking at the top of the card here. We've got the chakra for the solar plexus with this. Okay, so what I'm feeling for you, Amanda, the card of the 10 of Cups is emotions, happiness. It's interesting because we keep getting all the cups, don't we, which is the emotion side. And the supermoon is about bringing our emotions up, good and bad, because actually there are no bad emotions. Negative and positive are reactions and responses to a situation, either from the past or the present or the future, but they are the appropriate responses to a situation. What we've got to do is be able to honor them and not fear them and not panic about them. But with you, for your card, Amanda, the 10 of Cups, all right, this is a card of family, security, lots of love, big family around you, inheritance, ties, feeling really strong because of that strong family. Now, I want to come to the solar plexus, the chakra in the middle of the belly, which is the beautiful yellow, the sort of golden yellow chakra. It's our center of confidence and power, personal power, trust, joy, laughter, fun, play. Now, why am I going here? I'm going into confidence. Okay, so I'm going into the confidence within my belly. All right, so what I'm feeling with you, Amanda, is that a lot of your confidence comes from this strong family that you have around you. Now, that's lovely, but I also want that confidence to come from you, not from your family. That what we have around us is wonderful and lovely, but when we allow it to give us our power, then we are disempowered. It's called codependency. All right. Now, basically, what this means is, I'm happy because somebody loves me. I'm happy because somebody supports me. Right. Well, if that person goes, I'm stuffed. Okay, so what we want to do is say it's lovely to have that support and it's lovely to have that love, but I also have lots of love and support within me from me, and I can't go anywhere. All right, so I'll come on to that, Lewis, in a minute. So with you, this super moon is about you looking at your confidence and being really honest with yourself and saying how much of my confidence comes from my family around me and how much comes from within me, because I want more of it to come from within you, because that gives you a much stronger footing, because this card is all about a really strong foundation. And yes, we have that lovely family. This is where I see quite a lot of clients in deep grief about the loss of a loved one, because they have so much of who they are from their family around them. So when their family passes on, they feel absolutely devastated, more so than somebody else would who's quite independent. Okay, so I want you to have a little look at that in terms of how much of my confidence comes from that strong family around me and how much comes from me, because I want to do some more coming from you. Does that make sense for you, love? Let me know. This is when she says, I haven't got a family at all. But no, that's what I was feeling anyway. That so let me know. Hi, Chelsea. Are you new, Chelsea? Have I seen you before, darling? So, Lewis, let me explain about Geminis. Yes, we have. Mercury's just gone retrograde today, and Geminis. Yes, I thought you were new, sweetheart. Well, welcome, welcome. Feel free to send me a friend request and click the notifications so you know next time I'm live. Sue, have you not had a card, darling? Right, I'll do you next. So, Lewis, in terms of a Gemini, yeah, we've got Mercury going retrograde. Geminis are ruled by Mercury, so they're going to feel this very strongly. So in terms of her being your wife being blocked from stepping forward at the moment, doing it while Mercury is retrograde is not a brilliant time for a Gemini or a Virgo to be trying to take things forward, because the energy is pretty still and stagnant. It's a standing still, bit of respite, a bit of time to go within and reflect and rest and gather your thoughts ready for moving forward, which will kick back in Christmas Eve. But then, of course, most of us got a week off through Christmas and New Year, unless you work in the well, in the UK anyway. I know in America, I think you only have one day off for actual Christmas Day, but in the UK, we are usually closed down for a week, 10 days over Christmas, apart from the shops and the tourist industry. But everything else is basically shut for about 10 days from Christmas Eve through till the 2nd of January. I didn't realise until quite recently that that America didn't do that. You know, you kind of have the big Thanksgiving and one day for Christmas, so I understand. Whereas we have a big thing for Christmas and no Thanksgiving. So Amanda's saying, oh, bless you, thank you. Makes a lot of sense. I definitely make a lot of decisions after asking my family's advice first. Okay. Thank you, Julia. Must have meant to hear this message. Yes. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with asking our friends and family's opinions on things, because sometimes they'll come up with an idea that we haven't thought of. And so it enables us to make a more informed decision, a better decision, because we've got more information. But if we always asking before we make a decision, we start disempowering ourselves. We're always checking in with other people. Am I doing the right thing? We want to feel that confidence within us, that we feel that we're doing the right thing without having to ask anybody else. That's that bit about growing in that confidence. So that's what the supermoon is wanting for you today. All right. So who said they didn't have? So Sue Parish Duda. Is that the way you pronounce it, darling? She hasn't had a card. So Sue Parish, let's do a card for you. And the card specifically for today, for you new guys who are watching, normally I would do just a little mini reading with one card, but I'm specifically focusing today on the supermoon, which is today, and Mercury going retrograde, which is today, to give you a bit of information on how to best manage it, how it can help you and serve you, how you can use these energies for yourself. So we're asking for a message from Sue's higher self about using today. All right, Sue, so let's get this card up to the camera for you. So we have got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, let's get that up nicely. Sorry, my camera on my computer is kind of mirrored, so I'm trying to go one way and it's going the other way. All right, so beautiful, beautiful card of independence, Sue. All right, she is financially independent, she's emotionally independent. In Pentacles is coins, money, grounding, foundations, security. So we tend to think about it with money, but it's basically anything that makes you feel safe and secure. It can be your home, it can be your relationship that makes you feel grounded and safe and secure. It can be anything that makes you feel I can really feel that I'm standing on my own 2 feet here. Very strong sense of independence. She's also surrounded by flowers. She's surrounded by nature. She has got butterflies around her. It's a beautiful card. this is the card for you for today with this super moon and with Mercury. So I'm just asking in what way is this relevant for you today and how can you best use it for today? Okay, so what's coming, this is all about this independence. So this is giving you an opportunity to let go of and to release that within you that is reluctant to take your independence. All right, I've got my eyes down because I'm kind of listening to the words that I'm being given to use as I'm talking to your source energy within you. So you are an independent lady, and sometimes I feel you wish you weren't. You wish you had a load of support and family around you, or a load of help around you, and I don't feel there is much. You have to be independent. You have to stand on your own 2 feet. Sometimes you can resent that, and I get that because I'm on my own and I'm very independent. And yeah, it's a double-edged sword sometimes. But what this is asking you to do is to embrace that sense of independence and say, do you know what? Yes, it's lovely to have that big family around you or all of that support. But we want to let go of the resentment of, I don't want to be independent. I'm good at being independent because I've had to be, but I'd rather not have had to have been. And yeah, we can all feel that. I know I certainly felt it when I was 16 and I was, I was kicked out of home and I was on the streets only for one night for my friends took me in, and then I was sofa surfing for a while. I didn't want to grow up so quick. I didn't want to have to be Miss Independence at 16, but I had to be. Now, that has served me, all right, because here we go, sort of nearly 30 years later, no, 40 years later, yeah, nearly 40 years later, that I am very strong and independent, and it absolutely serves me. So I want you to let go of any resentment. So we can use this supermoon, Sue, to let go of any resentment about anything from the past where we feel resentful for being so independent, and embrace it instead. Okay, because what we resist persists. So embracing it. That's what I've got for you. I hope that makes sense. All right, my love. Let me know if it does. I'm just going to put the light on. Getting a bit dark. Hang on. Oh. Somebody said earlier, I can't remember, I think it was Ken, can't remember, said that jumper looks lovely on me, this colour. I do love this jumper. I've had it for years now. But yeah, it's a lovely sort of yellowy lime green yellow colour. I never know which colour it is. Sometimes it looks yellow, sometimes it looks a soft green. Okay, Kim would love a card if possible. Okay, Amanda's saying my battery's running very low at the moment. I'm out right now and don't have my charge with me, so I have to love you and leave you. All right, my darling. You're very welcome. You have a lovely afternoon and evening, and I will see you again. All right, lots of love. Sue saying I nailed it. Jolly good, Sue. Okay. So those messages that I've given you are from your source energy, your soul energy within you, for how to use the supermoon. All right, and for those of you who jumped on this a bit later, there's a lot of information in the first 10 or 15 minutes of this live when it's on later for the replay about the supermoon and what it's all about, and Mercury retrograde. Okay, so who hasn't? God, Lewis, I will come. It's a chartreuse colour. Always love seeing that colour. Thank you. Okay, all right. So Melinda would love a card too. Love a card. A lot happening right now. Okay, we'll have a little look at that. Emma would love one. Okay, Emma. Have you shared? You need to have shared this before I can do cards. So let me see. Who else have we got? Chelsea, hello. Chelsea, yes, she's new. Did I do you, Chelsea? Let me know. I don't think I did, Chelsea, did I? Chelsea, you still here, darling? Yes, you shared. Thank you, Emma. All right. So I'm going to do Emma now. Okay, Chelsea, let me know if you're still here and if you've shared. Yes, No, she hasn't shared yet. Well, you get that shared, Chelsea, and I will do you a card in a moment. All right, my darling. So let's do Emma a minute. Emma Miskey Johnson. Okay, Emma. So these messages are specifically about the supermoon and Mercury today and how you can use them to better help yourself to move forward. So this is for Emma. Nice. Okay, we've got the Chariot, Emma. Let's get that up to the camera. Sorry, mirrored camera. Okay. So the Chariot, my love. Okay, let's get it over here. Oh, let's go. I tell you, you know when you're trying to do something in a mirror and it's just, yeah. Right, so the Chariot for you, Emma. This is a card of moving forward. And so for you, it's asking you to use the supermoon to be able to really supercharge you to move forward because you are ready. You are ready to move forward. Emma's saying that this is for Emma, and she shared it again just in case. Thank you, darling. So, right, so what I'm getting for you, Emma, is that I get a lot of uncertainty for this last year, and it's kind of a few false starts. I feel I've gone darting to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, not sure if I'm going forward or backwards or left or right, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going. I feel there's been quite a few, hi Kelly, quite a few false starts, and so for you, this is saying use the supermoon now to supercharge you to start really moving forward on your path. All right, so I'm not getting details about what this is. This is very specific about the supermoon today, Mercury retrograde today. So I want you to be using the energy for the next 24 hours and specifically tonight, overnight, when the moon energy is very strong, to really be going into where you want to go and how you want to get there, because it's going to supercharge you moving forward. It's a very positive time for you. It's a very powerful time. But you have to lead it by knowing what you want and where you want to go. It's no good saying to the universe, I'm ready, but I have no idea where I want to go. It's like going to a bus station and there's 30 buses there and you're saying, well, I don't know which bus I want. And all 30 drivers are sitting there saying, well, hurry up and pick a bus. Any bus, just pick a bus. So this is you at the moment. I feel you haven't picked your bus. So I want you to pick where you're going and then tell the universe, that's where I want to go. And then the Chariot is going to be your bus and go whoosh. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you. It's very strong as well, Emma, very strong. So I hope that makes sense. And hey back, Kelly, lovely to see you. So who was I doing then? Chelsea, wasn't it? All right, and then I will do Lewis. So Chelsea, hang on, I'm just going to grab some water. Blimey, this goes so quick, doesn't it? Look, it's 20 to 5 in the UK, and it's starting to get dark. Well, it's almost dark now. That's my dog on the floor looking at me. No, it's not 5 o'clock yet. That's his dinner time. You have to say that D word quietly or his ears will come up and he'll start nagging me. Okay, so Chelsea. All right, so we are focusing specifically on supermoon. Actually saying, oh, you don't know him. As soon as there are a couple of words that I can't use, you know, the W one and the D one. What else? Oh, and the other word is, it begins with C and it's my son's name, because as soon as he hears that name, he gets really excited because he loves my son. Okay, so we are doing Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea. So this one is for you. So it's the Seven of Swords, hun. Okay, so this is a card of feeling. Okay, what am I feeling with this card? This is a card generally of not being appreciated and not being valued. It can be a card of deception, of being let down, of people taking credit for your work. So a little bit of dishonesty, a little bit of betrayal. It can be quite a negative card, but in this situation, I feel that this is a very positive thing, because it's helping you to open your eyes to say, who can I trust? and who is really there for me, and who is just taking. You know, we have these users and takers that we think are our friends, and we don't really question very often, are they really? So this is what I'm getting for you with this full moon, darling, which is that I want you to be really using tonight to have a little think and reflect about how you are treated by your friends, your work colleagues, um, your family, and are you valued and appreciated? Do you trust them, and should you trust them? So this is a kind of opening your eyes and allowing you to be much more aware of what is going on around you. So I feel with the super moon for you, it's about bringing up that awareness to be able to make you much stronger and wiser. All right. So anything else we need to add to this? Lots of loving messages for you coming from within. Basically, a lot of love coming for you from your soul, your source energy. I don't feel that you've connected that much before with it. It's very strongly there, supporting you and loving you, trying to guide you, trying to protect you, trying to move you in the right direction. And is saying you're doing so well, and lots of love. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Chelsea. Okay. Emma is saying, thank you so much. It makes a lot of sense. The last 2 years I've been a whirlwind. Oh, have been a whirlwind. Oh, your dad passed away, oh, bless. I really feel like I've not known if I've been coming or going. Oh, you're very welcome, sweetheart. So yeah, this super moon that we've got going on right now here in the UK, really use this. So just all you need to do, you know, some people will sit the whole evening on a supermoon because it is literally, it's the biggest one of the whole year, so it's so powerful. Many people will be doing meditations and all sorts of spiritual work throughout the whole evening. Chelsea saying thank you very much, really appreciate it. You're very welcome, darling. So yeah, lots of people will be doing big meditations all evening. If it wasn't quite so cold, I would probably be outside having a fire in my chimney under the new moon, the big super moon, and doing a meditation. But at 4 degrees, whatever it is out there, no, I'm not going out in that. It's too damn cold. Okay. But yeah, you don't need to do all of that. Literally, just sit for 5 minutes. All right. Turn your phone off or on silent. Sit for 5 minutes quietly. Go into yourself and say, right, I'm connecting to the super moon. I'm connecting to myself. How can I help myself to move forward? And think about the messages I've given you, because they come from your higher self, and say, right, you know, if that was a message about how I can better let go of this or enhance that, focus on that and feel the energy coming up. And it might sit with you for 5 or 10 minutes. It might sit with you for half hour. It might sit with you for longer, but just sit with it for as long as feels right. You've got a wonderful opportunity here tonight to let go of a whole load of stuff, okay? And use it, okay? Really use it. Well done. Okay, and it's for me too. You know, it's interesting that one of you said earlier, you know, do I get angry? You know, I'm very spiritually aware, and I'm a therapist and I'm a counselor, but I'm also a human being, and I'm not perfect. So you may have noticed, those that have been watching me for the last, well, how long have I been on now? About 2 months. For the last few weeks, I've had this necklace on every day. That isn't normally me. I usually change my jewelry quite a lot. I've had this on every day for a reason. And that reason is that even though I'm a hypnotherapist and a counselor, there was one addiction I hadn't got rid of yet, and that was smoking. And I tried over and over and over and over and over, and I've never been able to crack it. So I just sort of said, look, when it's time, it's time. And I'm just not going to beat myself up that I still smoke. I just don't feel ready yet. And that's gone on for a lot of time. And a couple of weeks ago, I just decided I'm ready. So I am in the middle of massive detox, cold turkey, nicotine withdrawal. And this is Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is very good for managing addictions. And so, you know, for me with cigarettes, it was an addiction. Some people can smoke here and there. I was a proper smoker. Okay, so I'm really trying to master that one. So I'm using, oh, the cravings I've had today have been ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The strongest I've had. And it's just day 9 for me now. Yeah, why is it today? You know, because it's the super moon, because it's bringing everything up to the surface. And so, yeah, so far so good. But it's to understand that, yeah, you're a smoker too, Sylvia. Do you know what? It's okay. You know, we have this thing that because we're spiritual, we're supposed to be non-smokers and non-drinkers and vegans and, you know, holier than thou and angelic beings. You know, we do our best. We do our best. And we're all of different parts and different strengths. So I have many, many strengths. And I also have weaknesses. And my last addiction was smoking. So I don't know at the moment if I've smashed it. I am smashing it, and I will see how I get on without putting too much pressure. But it's saying, do you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Sue's saying, I will send you spiritual hugs while I'm riding my motorcycle in the 44-degree Illinois weather today. That's cold, isn't it? So 44. Thank you, Julie. You're very special to me. Thank you for sharing the smoking story. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I don't often, I don't agree with lying, and I will never lie. But I haven't really volunteered the fact openly that I'm a smoker. Because I did feel a bit ashamed about it as a hypnotherapist. You know, I've helped hundreds of people stop smoking successfully. And it kind of makes no logical sense why I can't stop myself. But it does, because the people that come to me are ready to stop, and I just didn't feel ready to stop. Okay. And Natalie saying, I used to smoke a lot, could stop, but finally, like 4 years ago, something just clicked, don't know what, but super happy I did it. I was in hospital a lot. I could breathe, but could stop until something clicked. Yeah. I mean, I should have smoked, you know, shoulda, woulda, shoulda, couldas, you know, we all have them. I just said to myself over and over that I'll stop when I'm ready. Mum is a chain smoker too. She's also a Gemini, and I hope she stops smoking too. I've got to say that day 9, I feel so much better, and I have gone cold turkey. And I've been meditating on it, and I've also been using hypnosis CDs. My own don't work on me because I've got my own ones. They work for other people. They don't work for me because I know what I'm going to say. So I've been using Paul McKenna, and I also read Alan Carr's Stop Smoking the Easy Way. But I also had to look at my past and say, look, what is going on and what is blocking me from this? You know, I want to stop now. I feel ready to stop, but I still felt blocked. I found some stuff when I was 12 that I started smoking when I was 12. So I had to go back and say, what was going on when I was 12? Why did I start smoking then? And with a friend, I cleared it. And then I felt, I can do it now. So we'll see. I know it's a nightmare. You go onto my website, my Julie Poole hypnotherapy website, you'll see all sorts of, they used to be CDs, now they're downloads, audio downloads. There's Stop Smoking one on there. I sold loads of those. They work, you know, but I can't use them. I know exactly what I'm going to say next. But thank you, Lewis. Yeah, I've been doing Reiki on me. I've been asking for help. But today, oh, my days, was the worst day. I mean, normally I'll get a craving 10 seconds and I'm like, go away. No, go away. It ain't happening. But today I must have been battling, I would say, for 2 hours. I was pacing. I had the car keys in my hand. I was ready to go to the shop and buy cigarettes. I was like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Why is this happening today? It's the bloody supermoon. That's what's going on. Okay, so Sylvia's saying I put a rubber band on my wrist when I snap it. It helped me. That's a good plan. Good plan. Yeah, but it's definitely the supermoon. Definitely the supermoon. So I sat with it. I went up to the shop. Got in the car, went up to the shop, and I went in the shop and I decided, I made the decision as I walked in the door, I'm not going to buy cigarettes But I am going to have some squash and some other bits. And I got to the till, and there was I was like, no. And I wanted a till where there weren't the cigarettes, just in case I was going to be weak. And they were all closed. The only till open was on the cigarette counter. And I was just going, you are taking the piss now. You are really taking the piss. I really had to step up to the mark, and I got to the counter where all the cigarettes were. And she said, anything else? And I went, no, thank you. And I walked out of the shop, and then I did a little dance, and I was like, yes, come on, I did it. So yeah, these are not easy, these things, but that was a supermoon, definitely, because day 9 it shouldn't really be an issue. You know, the first 4 days is when the nicotine is doing its little dance and a scream. This was about the supermoon bringing up, am I going to allow old sabotaging behaviors to pull me back down? And that was a battle that I went through there for that hour or two this afternoon before I came on here, and I won. Emma's saying, thank you, Julie. I will add you as a friend, but I need to shoot off to sort my little ones out. Oh, you're very welcome, Emma. I will see you again. Yeah, please do add me as a friend. Send me a friend's request. And Laurie's sending me clearing energy. Thank you. So this is one of the things, because I haven't told anybody about me trying to stop smoking, not trying, I am succeeding. I am day 9, I am clean. Then I haven't been able to ask for your help. But now I've been open about it, saying, it was hard today. So yeah, thank you for your support and your help. Right, let me do, did I do one for Lewis? No, I didn't, did I? Let me do Lewis a card, and then you'll have to tell me who I haven't done yet, because I can't remember. Okay, so Lewis, let's have a card about the supermoon for you, hon. All right, so we have got, what have I got here for you? We've got the Queen of Swords. Let's get it in front of the camera. Forget that it's reversed. Okay. All right, so look at the light coming from the end of that sword and from her third eye. We've really got this connection. This is a higher connection. Look at, I'm drawn to the colors around her as well, the purple and the deep blue. So these are the top 2 chakras, the third eye and the crown. The deep blue is the indigo here of the third eye, spiritual side, and the crown is the violet, the purpley color there, for those of you that don't know about them. Okay, so for you, this energy, let me just focus. Oh, you're still waiting. Okay, Kim, thank you. I'll do it in a minute. Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, what are we getting for Lewis for this card? What is this about for Lewis? So this is obviously related to the supermoon. Okay, I also feel this is linking in with your wife, because I'm getting the Gemini and I'm getting the Mercury retrograde as well. So what I want you to both do is to be using this connection that you have with the universe and each other, that you can actually do a joint meditation together, praying on the energy of source, obviously, but linking with the energy of the supermoon to allow yourself to, I'm getting the light shining. You know, that the light of the moon is so powerful when the sky is clear, and the supermoon is so bright, it lights up the earth at night, it lights up our shadow side. And what is our shadow side? It's our fears, it's our phobias, it's our things that we are holding back, our walls, our blocks, our barriers, and we can allow the moon's light to shine on those so that they can then be deactivated. These are the words I'm being getting for you. So deactivated, we want these to deactivate, to be neutralized, to be switched off, to turn down. And I want you to be able to do this joint meditation together. Join your power together with your inner self and your third eye and the supermoon, and then really look at what you can bring up to the light, bring the light down and into, and then deactivate. All right, so that's what I've got for you. And I know how advanced you are spiritually, so I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. Some of you may not. That's okay, because it wasn't for you, it was for Lewis. Okay, so Kim's still waiting. Let's do you, Kimmy. Let's see about sorting you out, Kim. What does Kim need to know for the supermoon? Supermoon for Kim. Okay, so I have got the Five of Swords for you, Kim. Now, this is a card of battle and defeat, and it is a battle that you cannot win. Now then, let me just focus on what does this mean for you and the supermoon. Okay, so the words I'm getting for you is pick your battles, all right? We can't win every battle. It's about saying which are the ones that I can win, because what I can do is I can look at 10 battles that I can't win, focus on those, and then go, see, I can't win, so there's no point. But actually, there are other battles that I could win. And if I focus on those and give those my attention, then I am moving myself forward. So the message for you from your higher self for the supermoon is pick your battles. Wants you to look at what you areas within you that you can win, that you can overcome, that you can sort out. Focus on those rather than ones that you can't. A little bit like me with the smoking. Until a couple of weeks ago I just wasn't ready, so I just focused on other stuff instead, which was developing other things, you know, 4 years in uni, developing my intellect, developing my knowledge, developing other stuff. You focus on what you can win, and then you come to the other battles when you're ready for them. So be focusing on those. That's what your higher self is asking for you for today. Okie dokie. Right, that's what I've got for you, Kim. Now, yeah, for those of you that don't know and heard me wittering on about this before, very huge thing for me. I went to university at the age of 50, and I graduated in September, just gone, with the first class honours at the age of 54. Very proud of that achievement. My education was a little bit, put the wheels in the spokes, blocked and stopped because of some issues in childhood. So I didn't complete my education, and I always felt frustrated about it. And so I decided to do something about it. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got four diplomas that I got in my late 20s, and then another 2 in my late 30s, which is all my housing qualifications and my hypnotherapy qualifications. But I never had a degree, and I wanted my BSc, and I've now got it. Thank you, Sue. It meant a lot to me, because I wanted to go to university, and I just didn't have. I did have the opportunity. My father wanted me to go to university, but I wasn't able to function within the education environment at that stage. I was too damaged. Okay, so who haven't I done? Let me know if you haven't had a card. Oh, Anne, hello, Anne. You're new. Well, you're not new. You've been on before, but you've just come on now, haven't you, darling? Is there anybody that's been on a while that I haven't done that? Oh, Lewis is saying, woohoo, you're spot on with that message. I've been doing so much work on my own, yet wifey is on the sidelines looking in. She is so gifted, and yet shun her abilities because of beliefs in the family reprogramming is what I feel is the biggest obstacle. Okay. Thank you, Sylvia, for the congratulations. So, Lewis, brilliant. So that's your message for today. You and the missus sitting down together and doing a lovely joint meditation. Look at where those blocks are and just watch them falling away. Okay. Well done. Okay. Trigger me. Hang on. Oh, sorry, Sylvia, trigger. Right, me. I haven't done you, have I? Have I not done you, Sylvia? Oh, Hannah, sorry. I thought I did you earlier. I do apologise. Okay, let's do Sylvia. Okay, what does Sylvia need to know about the supermoon of Mercury for her? Okay, oh, look, this. We're back to the beginning. This is what we had in the beginning. Sylvia, this is the star. All right, hang on. Get it in front of the camera. Okay, beautiful. So Sylvia, this is a card saying you're the star, let your star shine. Connect your light with the light of the moon, the super moon. Feed off it. So what I'm feeling is like you're plugging yourself in let me just hang on, I'm just getting the message correctly here. So the first thing I want to say about this star is that the weekly message that is up earlier, I put it up about 2 o'clock, and the weekly message this coming week was about the star. And the first reading I did on this live, lady had the star, and now you've had it as well. So this for you, this star energy is about you stepping into letting your light shine. Focus on manifesting. Okay, so I want you to really look at, don't compromise, you know, that not wish upon a star, but I want you to really let your dreams fly high, right up to the stars. You have held back, is what I've been told. There is a sense of that you're limited. That's what I'm getting. That you're limited. You could only go so far. You wouldn't be able to go that high because of a whole host of reasons to do with your belief systems about yourself. Not being successful enough, or not being worthy enough, or not being deserving enough, or not being powerful enough, or there's a whole loads of enoughs, and those are the ones that we want collapsing tonight with this supermoon. So I want you to feel your light being the star, your power being the star. Feel it now. Feel it going up, right up. I'll come back to you, Anne, in a minute, right? So Sylvia, feel your light, your star going right up to where the stars are, and then ask yourself, why do I feel I can't get there? What's in the way? What's holding me back? Because there's nothing holding you back other than your beliefs. So we allow those beliefs to come up so that they can be dissolved and neutralized and collapsed. Then you can go join your star up there. Then you are manifesting and pulling, and I'm feeling you pulling the energy down and into you. But rather than you, at the moment, your belief is that the energy can come down to you from up there, but you wouldn't be able to get up there to get it. When you can allow these beliefs to collapse, you realize that you can go up, get what you need, and bring it back with you. That's your message for this supermoon. Okay, so that's for you, Sylvia, and I hope that helps. Okay, right. Anne McCormack would love to know why you could not do a reading for me. You said you was blocked. No, I don't recall saying I was blocked, Anne. I'm happy to do a reading for you now. That's not a problem. Okay, so Anne McCormack. When I choose somebody to do a card, do a reading for, I don't go in order. I go with who I feel drawn to, help, because I can't always do everybody. I've been on now for over 2 hours, and I will be finishing shortly. And so sometimes, you know, I've already decided I'm going to be finishing in the next 5 minutes, and another 10 people come on and I can't do them. So it's just a matter of making sure that you've got notifications on, so that next time I'm on, you know, and you know, tell me that you were on last time and didn't get a card, and I will try and prioritize you. All right, so Sylvia's just saying, oh, thank you, hugs and kisses. You're very welcome, darling. You're very welcome. All right, so let's do Anne McCormack. Let's see. The messages for today, Anne, by the way, because you haven't been on here very long, is all to do with the supermoon, which is today a Mercury retrograde, and how you can use that today to be able to help yourself and your life to move forward. So we're asking for a card for Anne McCormack for today. Okay, so this is lovely, Anne. So we've got the Three of Wands. I'm just get that in the camera for you, mirrored camera. Okay, so this is a card of looking to the future. Look at him looking out to the boat, looking at, see the sky as well. The sky is all very beautiful and purple. The waters, I'm feeling a deep and gentle. He is looking about, I want to move into the future. Where am I going? I know how I'm getting there because I'm looking at that boat and I'm getting on that boat. but where is the boat going? So for you, Anne, this is about using tonight's supermoon, which is there now, and it's going to stay very strong for the next 12 hours, but it will be strong for the next 24, but the next 5 hours particularly very strong. What's my email, Sue? I'll say in a second. Okay, give me a second. So basically what you've got here is to use the next 5 hours to be tuning into yourself and to be asking yourself, where do I want to go with what is left of my life? Whether I have got half my life left, 3/4 of my life left, or the last 10 years left. What do I want to do with it? Where do I want to go? It is never too late. I feel drawn to say that. You know, when I went to uni at 50, I was saying it's too late. No, it isn't. It's never too late. Don't allow age, don't allow health, don't allow beliefs to hold you back from what you've set your sights on, what you set your heart on. The universe can bring you, and things will fall into place to allow those things to happen. But you have to know where you want to go. So we've had a few of these messages tonight because there was somebody else that I was getting a similar thing from. I was talking about buses. Which bus do you want to get on? This is a little bit different. He knows he's getting on the ship. Where's the ship going? So this is about you using tonight to really go into your heart and ask yourself, where do I want to go? And set yourself some goals over the next 5 years. So what do I want for next year? What do I want for the next 3 years? What do I want for the next 5 years? Then start moving towards them. It's good for us to have goals. Bear in mind that we want to still be grateful for what we have right now. Always stay in the gratitude for what we have now, but we can still have our dreams and our goals. Okay, I've got lots of dreams and goals. I've got a bucket list that I'm working my way down, and you know, there is loads on there that I haven't had a chance to do yet, and they're on my wish list for the next 5 years. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. Okay. All right, my darling, I hope that helps. Natalie saying, I love the messages today, very inspiring. Good, that's the plan. When I was decided I was going to do some messages this afternoon, I'm like, yep, this has got to be about the supermoon and how we can use the supermoon and Mercury retrograde today to help move us forward. And so that's what it's all about intention. So when I'm using the cards and I'm linking with you guys, it's the intention of saying, you know, what are we going to do with the messages today? And my intention was supermoon and Mercury. So Sue is asking, what's my email? So my email address is juliepoolonline@gmail.com. Okay, you're welcome, Anne. Now, in terms of this is my page, Julie Poole Live. So send me a friend's request, and what I do once you are on my page as a friend is I will send you an invite to like Julie Poole Online, which is my page that goes with this. I do readings on there free as well. I do classes. I post the weekly messages on there free, but also on there is a link to my website where you can go and book a reading, and on my online page you can book on there too. So both of them, there's a button, book now. It takes you to my website and you can book a reading. Readings are £25 per 15 minutes. So some people are quite happy with 15 minutes. If you've only got one question to ask, 15 minutes is plenty. But if you want to ask about home and romance and love and career and everything else, you probably need half an hour. So it would be double that. Natalie's saying, so intention along should be enough to unblock blocking during supermoon. Yes, yes. Intention is everything. So important. Okay, the intention is where our focus, our mind is so incredibly powerful. You know, I mean, I would say that I'm a hypnotherapist, but it is absolutely so powerful. Everything comes from the mind. Okay, so we have our heart, we have our source energy, we have our chakras, we have all of this incredible spiritual power and energy and vibration, but all of it is led by our mind. So if our mind is saying, I have no power and, you know, I can't do this and I can't do that, it doesn't matter that we have all this incredible power within us. We're not activating it. Okay. So yes, we are a collective of mind, body, spirit, psychology, emotions, energy, all sorts of different stuff. We are influenced by the planets, by the universe, by source, by beings of light, by the angels, by all sorts, okay? But our mind is basically so, so powerful. Some people say it's the ego. I wouldn't agree with that. I think we have all sorts of different power within the mind. There's different levels, the unconscious, the subconscious, superconscious, conscious, but there's all sorts of beliefs and stuff in the mind. When your mind and your energy is aligned, you can be and do anything, absolutely anything. It's allowing us to get rid of the blocks and change the programming that says you can't, you're useless, you're rubbish, it'll never work. That can be changed. And when you align with your heart center and your chakras and your power and your energy, you can do anything. So the first step with that is intention. So the intention, what is the intention? The intention is just saying, what do I want right now? Right? What am I trying to achieve? What would I like? What do I want to happen? What can I make happen? All right. So that's the intention. It's what do I want? All right. So we always set the intention. So when I'm working with a client, whether I'm doing a reading or whether I'm doing a hypnotherapy session or whether I'm doing an energy scan, my intention is to help that person within their highest good in the best way that I can. Okay. And if we are working particularly on confidence, for example, I'll set the intention. Please help me to help this person build their confidence, to release any blocks to their confidence, to enable and empower their confidence. Setting the intention. Okay. We can do that if we're ill. Right? At the moment, my ears are very blocked up. And I'm sure it's to do with, my body righting itself from 40 odd years worth of nicotine abuse. My ears are very blocked. So I have been intending every day that my ears will unblock very quickly, very easily, very unpainfully, and smoothly. Okay. And at the moment, it's not shifting completely, but it will do. But I keep setting the intention. So Sue is saying, what initials is pounds? I'm USD here. I want to send you a tip. Oh, bless you, darling. Thank you. Yeah, I do take donations on my website and on my YouTube channel. That's very sweet. Thank you. So it's GBP, Great British Pounds. And if you go to my Julie Poole website, juliepoolhypnotherapy.co.uk, there's a donation button on there ready, and you can just donate any amount that you want. Or you can PayPal me, and it's julie.poole63 on PayPal, or email address. But thank you, that's very sweet. I do say that on my YouTube channel as well, because I've got about 40 odd videos up there on all sorts of teaching about how to manage your emotions, move past the past and heal. I mean, hours and hours of free teaching on there. And I do say, if you find the content helpful and useful and would like to make a donation, there's a donation button. People can donate $1, £1, they can, donate £50. They can donate nothing. It's free. It's just if they feel they want to. All right. But that's lovely. Thank you, Sue. Thanks, I'll PayPal. Okay, yeah, so you can just use my email address and PayPal, that's fine too. So GBP, thank you. So yeah, have I done everybody? Is there anybody I've missed? I think I've done everybody. There's only 5 of you left online. Let me just make sure. Who was the 5? I can't tell. I don't know who's still online. So they're off. So Sylvia I've done. Sue I've done. Natalie, I think I've done as well. And I think I've done everybody now. Natalie, hopefully I can get a meeting soon. Ah, bless. Right, yeah, no problem at all. It's £25 for a 15-minute reading. But if you wanted a hypnotherapy session, counselling session, that's £60 for an hour, right? Because they're an hour and a half. But readings are just usually 15 minutes or half an hour. Okay, and all of that information is on my website. And when I come off in a moment, I'll put the links to my website in one of the comments. Okay, so I'll do that when I finish, which I think is going to be now. So we are 5:15. p.m. in the UK on Sunday the 3rd of December. So anybody watching from now on, you are watching the replay. So we are now coming off. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope this has been helpful. Enjoy this super moon, and I will catch you in the week. Okay, lots of love to you all. Okay, bye. Bye. Ah, thank you. Oh, okay, I'm just seeing some of your comments before I go. Thank you. Thank you. You're all very loved too. It's lovely. I love doing these because it's a lovely connection and there's wonderful energy flowing. So thank you too. I'm going to go and feed my dog now. All right. I am grateful for you too. Good night, people. Bye. Bye.